Hello students, in previous video we have seen what is linked list in data structure and what are the advantages of linked list over array. Inside array, array is fixed memory allocation. We can't insert more elements above its size, or there may be some wastage of memory if we allocate memory in advance, more memory in advance, and we will not use it, then there may be a memory wastage. Then another problem of array is continuous memory allocation. Means we require a continuous memory to store that particular array. But inside a linked list, what happened? We store one node at a time. So small memory holes we need. There is no need to allocate huge continuous memory for linked list. Only small holes or small blocks, if there are available inside RAM, then we easily allocate memory for one entire node. Okay, so linked list memory will be dynamically allocated, and it is not a continuous memory. So there is no need to allocate whole memory, a whole big block memory, or no need to create a complete block continuous. So means what I mean to say, if what happened, see here, if this is a RAM and if already this part we allocated and only this holes are free, okay, some memory here, some memory is here, okay, only these blocks are free. If assume if this is a free block, if this is a free block, this is another free block, and this is another, and this is the another, all other memory will be allocated if it has been allocated. Then if I want to allocate memory for the array, and the size of array is 100 elements, then we can't assign or we can't allocate memory for 100 elements with this by using this free block, because this is a smaller one. Again, this is not sufficient to store 100 continuous elements. Again, this is not sufficient. Okay, so inside memory we need 100 elements block memory, continuous memory. Then only I can store array elements inside that memory. So for array we need continuous memory, but if we allocate memory for linked list, then we can easily allocate memory for single node by using this block. Again, whenever a user wants to store another element, then that node we can allocate. For that node we allocate memory for this by using this free block. Okay, so small memory block we need inside this linked list, and link we adjust. Okay, first node is here, then another node is here, then here, and after that there is this memory, and after this is the last node. So in this way, if some small blocks are free inside RAM, then although we can allocate memory for the singly linked list or linked list. So these are the points regarding array and linked list. Now we move towards the next part, which is the structure, node structure. What is the structure of any single node inside single linked list? So here we need to define one structure. As we know, structure is one of the user defined data type, and it is also the collection of different data type elements. Okay, array is collection of similar data elements, whereas structure is the collection of different data type element. So here I am using structure node, and here for every single node we know there is one data part and one is the pointer. Okay, so next part is the pointer where we store the address of next element or next node. So here first part is, if we want to store the data as integer elements, then we need to declare integer data here. Okay, our data is of integer type. Your data is maybe integer, maybe string, maybe any record. So accordingly you need to give the data type to that particular data. I am using here integer because I want to store integer elements inside single linked list. So I am using int data type. Then again I am using struct node pointer. Okay, this is clear that we need pointer. Okay, pointer, because we want to store address, and we know to store address we need pointers only. Now which type of variables address we want to store inside this next part? We want to store node's address. Okay, what happened? See, we previously already discussed this part. This is the node, and here one is the data part, this is the data part, and this is the next pointer. Here we store pointer, means this is the pointer which stores the address of next node. Okay, means what I mean to say, I need to store the address of another node, so I need to declare the pointer of node type. Okay, if I want to store the address of integer variable, then I need to declare integer pointer. Now here I want to store address of another node. Okay, so I need to declare pointer of node type. Okay, I am not declaring here integer pointer, character pointer or float pointer, because I don't want to store any integer variables address here. I want to store node's address. So I am mentioning here struct node data type, which is the data type of this next pointer. Now here we complete our structure. So this is the structure of our single node. Now we see how we can implement stack by using linked list. Okay, stack implementation by using linked list. As we know, stack is last in first out, means how we can implement the stack. We generally draw stack like this. This is the bottom element, first element, then second element, then third element. If this is the current situation, then top is at this location. When user wants to store one more element inside the stack, then we increase the top by 1 inside array. We increase the top by 1, then our top goes to next location, or here, and at that latest top we store the next element. So this is the array implementation. But what happened inside the linked list? See here, now we implement the stack by using linked list and not by using array. Here I want to implement stack by using linked list. So here what we create, whenever here we declare one top of this data structure, one pointer we declare here. Inside array, our top is the array index. Now here inside linked list we use this top as a node type pointer, means this top we use here as a pointer to store the top node address. means our stack look like this. This is the top. Okay, this is top. This is the last element inside our stack. So this is the last node and we indicate it as a top. Now below this, second last element. Okay, this is the node which is second last. Then first element is at the bottom, means first node. This is the first node and this is the last node, and we adjust the links as this is the link and this is the data part. If first element is 10, we store, then second element 20, then third element is 30 and fourth element is 40. Then 40 element is the last inserted, so our top is this node, last node. And how we can manage this stack by using linked list? We print the elements of stack from top to bottom. Means if I want to print the stack, then I need to print first 40, then 30, then 20 and then 10. Means we print the elements in this manner: 40, 30, 20 and 10. Means the element which inserted first, we display it at bottom. So we display elements from top to bottom. So in this way we adjust the links like this. From top to bottom we need to go, so we adjust the link like this. Inside top node we store the address of its previous node. Then inside this we store the address of its previous node, and this we adjust links like this. And this is the first node, and before this node there is no any node, so the previous node or the link part here we adjust as null, because there is no address for storing, so we store the address part as null. So in this way, in linked list, our top will be node. Okay, inside a top we store the topmost node's address. Inside array, when we implement the stack by using array, we use this top as array index. Okay, so top is only the array index, so we declare top as integer. Now in single linked list or linked list, our top will be one node type pointer. Okay, where we store the address of topmost node. This is our topmost node. If user wants one more element, user want to store one more element, then we allocate memory for that new node dynamically. Means runtime we allocate the memory for this node by using malloc function. Okay, a new node we need to create dynamically by using malloc function. Then we store the data part. If new element is 50, then we store data part inside this node. And here now this is the latest element. Okay, this is the topmost element. Now our previous top is at here and our new element is here. Now this node is not attached to previous stack elements, so we need to adjust the link part. So now this node will be the topmost node. So we attach this link or this node to previous top. Okay, our previous top is this, and now our new element is this. Now we store the address of top inside this new node address. Okay, new node's next part. So in this way our node attached to previous list, and now our top will be this node. So we update the top like this. Our new node is now the top. Okay, and not this. This is the previous top. Now our top will be the new node. Okay, the node which is just inserted. So this is our new top now. Inside array implementation we update